Welcome to Audiobook World. Today's audiobook, Change Your Brain, Change Your Life by Dr. Daniel G. Amen explores the deep connection between brain function and personal well-being. Through extensive research and clinical practice, Dr. Amen demonstrates how different parts of the brain affect various aspects of our behavior, emotions, and cognitive abilities. The book delves into the science of how brain health impacts mental health and physical well-being, offering practical insights into how you can improve brain function and, in turn, transform your life. Dr. Amen explains how understanding and optimizing the brain can lead to better decision-making, emotional control, and overall happiness. The book presents actionable strategies such as diet adjustments, exercise, and brain training techniques to enhance cognitive function, reduce mental health issues, and foster a more fulfilling life. It's not just a guide to understanding your brain, but also a roadmap to creating lasting positive changes in every aspect of your life. Chapter 1 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life introduces the idea that the brain is the key to understanding and transforming behavior, emotions, and overall mental health. Dr. Daniel G. Amen shares his personal journey and professional experience, emphasizing how most people overlook the physical health of the brain when addressing psychological issues. He highlights that the brain is central to every aspect of who we are. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions, and any disruption in its function can lead to emotional struggles, poor decision-making, and even physical health problems. The chapter presents the revolutionary concept of using brain imaging techniques, such as SPECT scans, to study how blood flow and activity levels in specific areas of the brain influence behavior. Dr. Amen explains how different brain regions control different functions, such as mood regulation, impulse control, and focus. He introduces real-life case studies of patients whose lives were transformed when they identified and treated their underlying brain issues. These stories reveal how often mental health problems, such as anxiety, depression, and anger, are tied to specific brain patterns, rather than purely emotional or psychological causes. The chapter sets the foundation for the rest of the book, encouraging readers to see their brain as an organ that can be optimized for better mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall happiness. Dr. Amen emphasizes the importance of breaking the stigma around brain health and seeking proper care for the brain, just as one would for any other part of the body. By understanding the brain's role in shaping our lives, readers are introduced to the empowering idea that they have the ability to change their brain and, in turn, change their life. In Chapter 2 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen delves deeper into the connection between brain function and behavior, emphasizing the importance of identifying specific brain areas that may be contributing to emotional and psychological struggles. He explains that the brain is divided into different regions, each responsible for particular tasks such as decision-making, mood regulation, focus, and impulse control. When any of these areas are overactive or underactive, it can result in behavioral challenges or mental health issues. Dr. Amen introduces the use of SPECT imaging as a breakthrough tool to visualize how the brain works. By studying patterns of blood flow and activity in the brain, SPECT scans help identify areas of dysfunction that could be causing specific problems. For example, an overactive anterior cingulate gyrus might lead to obsessive thoughts, while underactivity in the prefrontal cortex could result in poor impulse control and attention issues. Through this approach, Dr. Amen shows how understanding brain function can help tailor treatments that address the root causes of issues, rather than just managing symptoms. The chapter includes compelling case studies of patients who were able to overcome difficulties like anxiety, depression, and anger after pinpointing the brain regions responsible for their struggles. These stories illustrate how a personalized approach to brain health can lead to dramatic improvements in behavior and emotional well-being. Dr. Amen emphasizes the importance of viewing mental health problems through the lens of brain function, challenging traditional approaches that often neglect the physical state of the brain. Chapter 2 lays the groundwork for a more scientific understanding of how the brain influences behavior and introduces the idea that healing the brain can lead to profound changes in one's life. It inspires readers to take charge of their brain health as a vital step toward achieving emotional balance, mental clarity, and overall happiness. In Chapter 3 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen focuses on the connection between brain activity and anxiety. He explains that anxiety is not just an emotional state but often stems from overactivity in specific parts of the brain. Dr. Amen emphasizes that understanding the root causes of anxiety through brain imaging can help in developing more effective solutions. The chapter highlights the role of the basal ganglia, a part of the brain involved in regulating fear and emotions. When the basal ganglia are overactive, it can result in heightened feelings of worry, tension, and nervousness. Dr. Amen provides examples of patients whose anxiety was linked to overactivity in this area and explains how addressing it led to significant improvements in their symptoms. He also discusses the influence of other regions, such as the limbic system, which can amplify emotional responses and contribute to anxiety disorders. Dr. Amen introduces practical strategies to calm an overactive brain and reduce anxiety. These include lifestyle changes, such as incorporating regular exercise, practicing relaxation techniques, and improving diet to support brain health. He also discusses the role of medication and supplements in calming the overactive areas of the brain. Through case studies, he demonstrates how patients achieved relief by addressing the biological underpinnings of their anxiety rather than merely focusing on surface-level symptoms. This chapter reinforces the idea that anxiety is not a weakness or character flaw but often the result of specific brain dysfunctions. Dr. Amen's approach empowers readers by showing them that anxiety can be treated effectively by targeting the brain areas responsible for it. He encourages readers to view their anxiety as a solvable problem and provides hope that change is possible through understanding and healing the brain. In Chapter 4 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen explores the deep relationship between brain activity and depression. He explains that depression is often a result of imbalances or dysfunctions in specific areas of the brain, and understanding these areas can lead to targeted and effective treatments. Dr. Amen emphasizes that depression is not just a psychological condition but a physical one, rooted in the brain's biology. The chapter focuses on the limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for regulating emotions. When the limbic system becomes overactive, it can lead to feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and low energy, all of which are hallmarks of depression. Dr. Amen shares case studies of patients whose depression was alleviated once their brain activity was evaluated and treated. He also discusses how the prefrontal cortex, when underactive, contributes to low motivation, poor decision-making, and lack of focus, often exacerbating depressive symptoms. Dr. Amen offers practical strategies for combating depression by targeting the affected brain regions. He explains the importance of maintaining a healthy diet, rich in nutrients that support brain function, engaging in regular exercise, and using techniques like meditation and mindfulness to calm the overactive limbic system. He also discusses the role of medications, supplements, and other treatments, such as neurofeedback, in restoring balance to the brain. Through compelling examples, Dr. Amen illustrates how addressing the physical health of the brain can lead to significant improvements in mood and quality of life. He challenges the stigma surrounding depression, encouraging readers to see it as a treatable condition rather than a personal failing. Chapter 4 empowers readers with the knowledge that healing the brain is the key to overcoming depression and finding renewed joy and energy in life. Please subscribe Audiobook World channel for new summary. In Chapter 5 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen examines how anger and aggression are closely tied to brain function. He explains that uncontrolled anger often stems from imbalances or overactivity in specific regions of the brain, rather than simply being a personality flaw or lack of discipline. By identifying the brain areas responsible for anger, it becomes possible to manage and reduce aggressive tendencies effectively. Dr. Amen focuses on the role of the temporal lobes, particularly the left temporal lobe, in controlling temper and aggression. When this region is damaged or dysfunctional, it can lead to irritability, impulsive anger, or even violent outbursts. Through compelling case studies, he shows how patients with a history of uncontrollable anger were able to improve dramatically by addressing underlying brain issues. He also discusses how other areas, such as the prefrontal cortex, play a role in regulating impulses. An underactive prefrontal cortex can impair decision-making and lead to poor impulse control, contributing to explosive anger. The chapter outlines practical strategies to help calm the brain and manage anger more effectively. Dr. Amen emphasizes the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle, including a balanced diet, regular exercise, and proper sleep, to support brain function. He also discusses the use of supplements and medications in cases where brain activity needs to be stabilized. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and cognitive behavioral therapy are also introduced as tools for managing anger by fostering better emotional control. Dr. Amen's approach shifts the focus from blaming individuals for their anger to understanding the biological factors behind it. By treating anger as a symptom of brain dysfunction, he provides hope for lasting change. This chapter empowers readers to take charge of their emotional health by addressing the root causes of their anger, ultimately leading to more peaceful and balanced lives. In Chapter 6 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen explores how brain function affects attention and impulse control, particularly focusing on conditions like attention deficit disorder, ADD. He explains that individuals struggling with poor focus, distractibility, and impulsivity often have specific patterns of brain activity that can be identified and treated. This chapter emphasizes that these behaviors are not moral failings or simple laziness but are instead linked to physiological issues in the brain. The chapter focuses on the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for attention, organization, and impulse regulation. When the prefrontal cortex is underactive, especially during tasks requiring focus, it can lead to symptoms commonly associated with ADD. Dr. Amen describes how brain imaging techniques, such as SPECT scans, reveal decreased blood flow in this region during periods of concentration, which helps explain why individuals with ADD struggle to stay on task or resist distractions. He highlights different subtypes of ADD, showing how the condition can manifest in various ways depending on which brain regions are involved. Through real-life examples, Dr. Amen illustrates how understanding the biology of the brain can lead to effective strategies for improving focus and controlling impulsive behavior. He outlines practical interventions, such as improving diet by avoiding sugar and processed foods, incorporating regular exercise, and establishing structured routines. Additionally, he discusses the use of medications, supplements, and other therapies that can stimulate and optimize prefrontal cortex activity. This chapter offers a compassionate perspective, reframing attention and impulse control issues as treatable brain-based challenges rather than personal weaknesses. Dr. Amen encourages readers to seek proper diagnosis and treatment, emphasizing that improving brain function can significantly enhance productivity, relationships, and overall quality of life. Chapter 6 serves as a hopeful reminder that understanding and addressing the root causes of attention problems can lead to lasting, positive changes. In Chapter 7 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen discusses the brain's impact on relationships and the ways brain dysfunction can create challenges in connecting with others. He emphasizes that many relationship problems, including difficulties with communication, empathy, and emotional regulation, often stem from specific brain patterns and imbalances. By identifying and addressing these patterns, individuals can improve their ability to form and maintain healthy, fulfilling relationships. Dr. Amen highlights the role of the limbic system and the prefrontal cortex in relationships. The limbic system, when overactive, can make people overly emotional, reactive, or sensitive, leading to frequent misunderstandings or conflicts. Conversely, an underactive prefrontal cortex can impair impulse control, making it harder to think before speaking or acting, which often results in regretful behaviors that damage trust and intimacy. The chapter also explores how past traumas or unresolved issues can alter brain activity and contribute to defensive behaviors, withdrawal, or excessive dependence in relationships. Dr. Amen uses case studies to demonstrate how couples and individuals experiencing relationship struggles benefited from understanding their brain function and implementing targeted strategies to improve it. These strategies include stress management techniques, better communication skills, and creating environments that support healthy brain activity. Dr. Amen encourages readers to recognize the role of brain health in shaping their ability to connect with others. He explains that improving one's brain function can foster greater empathy, patience, and understanding, all of which are essential for building strong and loving relationships. Chapter 7 provides hope and actionable advice for those seeking to enhance their relationships by addressing the underlying brain-based factors that often go unnoticed. In Chapter 8 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen focuses on the impact of brain health on overall success and productivity. He explains that achieving personal and professional goals is deeply connected to how well the brain functions. When the brain is optimized, individuals can think more clearly, make better decisions, and follow through on tasks effectively. Conversely, when the brain is out of balance, it can lead to procrastination, poor judgment, and difficulties in maintaining motivation. The chapter emphasizes the role of the prefrontal cortex in planning, organizing, and executing tasks. Dr. Amen explains that an underactive prefrontal cortex can cause issues like forgetfulness, difficulty prioritizing, and a lack of follow-through, which are often mistaken for laziness or a lack of discipline. He also discusses how the basal ganglia, when overactive, can cause excessive anxiety or fear of failure, which may paralyze individuals and prevent them from taking action toward their goals. Dr. Amen provides strategies for enhancing brain function to improve focus and productivity. He suggests lifestyle changes such as regular physical activity, a brain-healthy diet, and adequate sleep, all of which contribute to better prefrontal cortex performance. Additionally, he introduces tools like mindfulness, visualization, and time management techniques to help individuals stay organized and motivated. Supplements and, in some cases, medications are also discussed as ways to support brain activity in people struggling with focus or anxiety. This chapter inspires readers to see their brain as their most valuable asset in achieving success. Dr. Amen reframes common productivity challenges as brain-based issues that can be addressed and improved. By optimizing brain health, readers can unlock their potential, overcome obstacles, and create the life they desire. Chapter 8 is a reminder that lasting success begins with understanding and caring for the brain. In Chapter 9 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen explores how negative thoughts can affect brain health and, consequently, mental and emotional well-being. He introduces the concept of automatic negative thoughts, or ANTs, which are intrusive, repetitive, and often irrational thoughts that can poison one's perspective and lead to feelings of anxiety, sadness, and frustration. Dr. Amen explains that these ANTs are not just psychological occurrences but have a biological basis, as they impact brain function and activity. The chapter emphasizes the importance of identifying and challenging these negative thoughts to break their hold on the mind. Dr. Amen explains how ANTs can activate the brain stress response, particularly in the limbic system, leading to overactivity in this area. This heightened activity can amplify emotions like fear, anger, and despair, making it harder to think clearly and respond rationally to situations. To help readers overcome ANTs, Dr. Amen provides practical techniques for identifying and reframing these thoughts. He encourages a process of writing down negative thoughts, examining their validity, and replacing them with more realistic and constructive perspectives. He also discusses how gratitude, mindfulness, and positive affirmations can help rewire the brain toward a more optimistic outlook. Through real-life examples, he illustrates how patients who tackled their ANTs were able to transform their thinking patterns and improve their emotional health. This chapter reminds readers that their thoughts have a direct impact on their brain health and overall quality of life. By learning to challenge and manage automatic negative thoughts, they can regain control of their emotions, reduce stress, and build a more positive mindset. Dr. Amen inspires hope by showing that breaking free from negative thought patterns is not only possible but essential for achieving emotional balance and happiness. In Chapter 10 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen discusses the vital connection between brain health and physical health, highlighting how lifestyle choices can influence brain function and, by extension, emotional and mental well-being. He emphasizes the importance of taking care of the brain as a physical organ, just like any other part of the body, and presents practical steps for optimizing brain health through healthy habits and behaviors. Dr. Amen focuses on nutrition, exercise, and sleep as the three key pillars of brain health. He explains that the brain requires the right nutrients to function optimally, and a diet rich in essential vitamins, minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants can support cognitive function, emotional balance, and overall brain health. He highlights the negative effects of processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats, which can impair brain function and contribute to conditions like depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Exercise is another critical factor that Dr. Amen discusses in relation to brain health. Regular physical activity improves blood flow to the brain, enhances the growth of new brain cells, and boosts the production of neurotransmitters that support mood regulation and mental clarity. Dr. Amen provides evidence that even moderate exercise can have a profound impact on mental health, helping to reduce symptoms of anxiety, depression, and stress. Sleep is equally important for brain function, and Dr. Amen stresses that inadequate or poor quality sleep can lead to cognitive problems, emotional instability, and impaired decision-making. He offers advice on improving sleep habits, such as maintaining a regular sleep schedule, creating a restful environment, and avoiding stimulants like caffeine before bedtime. This chapter underscores the idea that brain health is a reflection of overall health, and by making conscious choices to support the brain through diet, exercise, and sleep, individuals can significantly improve their mental and emotional well-being. Dr. Amen provides a holistic approach to healing the brain, encouraging readers to take control of their lifestyle to achieve a healthier, more fulfilling life. In Chapter 11 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen addresses the role of spiritual health and its connection to brain function and overall well-being. He highlights the significant impact that spirituality can have on brain health, pointing out that practices such as prayer, meditation, and mindfulness can help reduce stress, enhance emotional balance, and promote mental clarity. Dr. Amen argues that nurturing a sense of spiritual well-being can be a powerful tool in supporting brain health and improving one's quality of life. Dr. Amen also explores how a sense of purpose and connection to something greater than oneself can positively affect the brain. He emphasizes that individuals who engage in spiritual practices or have a strong sense of meaning in life tend to have better emotional regulation, higher levels of optimism, and stronger resilience in the face of challenges. This, in turn, can lead to improved relationships, greater motivation, and better overall mental health. In this chapter, Dr. Amen shares research and case studies that demonstrate the brain benefits of spiritual practices. For example, he describes how regular meditation can increase the thickness of the prefrontal cortex, enhancing cognitive abilities and emotional control. He also discusses how prayer and other spiritual activities can lower cortisol levels, a stress hormone, promoting relaxation and reducing the negative effects of stress on the brain. Dr. Amen suggests integrating spiritual practices into daily routines as a way to boost brain health. Whether through meditation, prayer, reflection, or engaging in a spiritual community, he believes that these practices provide a foundation for healing the brain and improving emotional and mental well-being. Chapter 11 reinforces the idea that spiritual health is an essential component of overall brain health. By nurturing the brain through spiritual practices, individuals can enhance their emotional resilience, foster a sense of peace, and cultivate a deeper sense of purpose and joy in life. In Chapter 12 of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen focuses on the power of brain imaging as a tool for understanding and improving mental health. He dives into how SPECT scans, a form of brain imaging, have revolutionized the way we assess and treat brain function. Dr. Amen explains that SPECT scans can reveal patterns of blood flow in the brain, helping to identify areas of overactivity or underactivity, which are often linked to mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, ADD, and even aggression. Dr. Amen emphasizes the significance of using brain imaging to guide treatment decisions. By understanding the specific areas of the brain that are malfunctioning, doctors and therapists can create personalized, targeted treatment plans rather than using a one-size-fits-all approach. This personalized method can lead to more effective interventions and better outcomes for patients. The chapter also addresses the importance of looking at the brain as a whole system rather than focusing solely on specific symptoms. Dr. Amen encourages readers to think about their brain health in a holistic way, where improving brain function in one area can have a ripple effect on overall mental health. He discusses how factors like stress, diet, exercise, and sleep can affect brain function, and how brain imaging helps track the progress of treatment. Through real-life examples, Dr. Amen demonstrates how SPECT imaging has helped patients uncover the underlying causes of their mental health struggles. He shares stories of individuals who, after having their brain function assessed, were able to receive appropriate treatments that led to dramatic improvements in their emotional and mental well-being. Chapter 12 concludes with a hopeful message that understanding and improving brain health through advanced imaging techniques can lead to lasting positive changes. Dr. Amen underscores that the brain is not fixed, with the right interventions and lifestyle changes, it is possible to heal and optimize brain function, leading to a happier, healthier life. In the conclusion of Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Dr. Daniel G. Amen summarizes the central message of the book, that the health of the brain is foundational to overall mental and emotional well-being. He reiterates that mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, ADD, and even relationship struggles are often the result of imbalances or dysfunctions in specific areas of the brain. By using tools like brain imaging, along with practical strategies such as proper diet, exercise, sleep, and mindfulness, individuals can take control of their brain health and transform their lives. Dr. Amen emphasizes the idea that the brain is not static, it can be changed and improved through conscious effort. This message provides hope to those struggling with mental health issues, showing that with the right approach, it is possible to achieve significant improvements in emotional health, behavior, and overall life satisfaction. He encourages readers to adopt a proactive stance, treating their brain with the care it deserves, and to seek out personalized treatments that address the unique needs of their brain. In closing, Dr. Amen stresses that healing the brain is a lifelong process, but the rewards, greater happiness, better relationships, improved productivity, and a more fulfilling life are well worth the effort. He urges readers to believe in their ability to change their brain, change their life, and to embrace the potential for transformation that lies within them. By taking care of the brain, individuals can create lasting positive changes in all aspects of their lives. Please subscribe Audiobook World channel for new summary. Thanks for watching.